We have a special video from a request from, oh my god, not again. Sorry, that's the tornado, lightning alarm. Anyways, let's go on with this video. This is Euler's formula, which is e to the power of I theta is equal to cosine theta plus I sine theta. To understand where this comes from, let's start with the tough circle. The line from the center to the edge has a length of r, and the angle between the radius and the horizontal direction is theta. So using trig, we can break this radius into a horizontal component, x equals r cosine of theta, and a vertical component, y equals r sine of theta. So now I'll introduce I, and if you don't know what this video is, then you should go back to elementary school. So this is the imaginary unit, of course, and it's defined as square root of -1. We can combine our horizontal and vertical components into one complex number by writing x equals iy, or x plus iy, sorry. Since x is r cosine of theta and y is r sine theta, we substitute those into x plus iy, giving us r cosine of theta plus I r sine of theta. Finally, we'll factor out r, giving us r cosine theta plus I sine of theta. And this expression inside the parentheses is exactly what Euler's formula connects to e to the power of I theta. Here's a very simple problem. First, we have v equals 2e to the power of I pi, and it's asking us find v. So we'll start by saying v equals 2 cosine of pi plus I sine of pi, and theta is equal to pi, so cosine of pi is equal to -1, and sine of pi is equal to 0. So here we can substitute v equals 2 minus 1, or 2 times -1 plus I, and then times 0. So, of course, this is just -1, and 0 times I is just 0, so the answer is -2. Why is Euler's formula useful? Well, it's useful in electrical engineering because engineers frequently work with oscillating electrical signals, such as AC voltage and current. Complex exponentials provide a convenient mathematical way to represent these signals. In the next video, we'll be talking about phasors and what phasors are. What phasors are, in simple terms, is a phasor is a way to represent a sine wave, like an AC voltage or current, using just two numbers, its amplitude, basically how big it is, and the phase, where in its cycle and it starts. Instead of writing out the full sine or cosine equation with time, you freeze the wave at one moment and draw it as an arrow. The length of the arrow is the amplitude, and the angle it makes with the reference line is the phase. This makes it easy to compare and combine waves that all have the same frequency. Now, if you're a nerd, it means in mathematics and engineering, a phasor is the complex number in a polar form that encodes the magnitude and phase angle of a sinusoidal function with constant amplitude, frequency, and phase. Anyways, thanks for watching.